Alright guys, so the question comes publishing research paper for EB1A, EB2 NIW and getting organic quality citation. So question one that often is asked is where should I publish my research paper, which journal to choose, and how to decide where to publish. Now this question depends on several factors. There is a whole an hour video on this one in my course, but I'll quickly go through. So the question comes whether you are a researcher or you are a tech or you are a management professional. If you are a researcher, then all your research is already published in good journals. So these are now for management and tech people, assuming most of the tech people are watching these videos. So tech people should publish their journals and they should diversify their portfolio, and they should go for a good mid to high level journal and a couple of high level journals. So a couple of journals that are Scopus indexed, Web of Science indexed, high APC of around 1000 or 1500, and then mid level journals which are fairly indexed in Scilate, in Google Scholar with a cross-ref, in a directory of open source journals. So you have to distribute it between a few mid level journal and high level journal. Now if you don't have money and time for high level journal, even nicely selecting mid-level journal would work, but it's also based on your field and based on the time that you have, based on the money and based on what you wish to achieve. But overall the strategy to get review opportunities and citation is mid to high level journal, not the very high level journal. So if there was an index in Scopus which would be Q5, I would go for that, which is the journals which are not in Scopus but which are very close to be joining the Scopus database. So how can I get citations for my paper is the next question. So obviously if you publish a good paper in Scopus, you get citations quickly. But if you think about it, if you have limited time and you cannot spend so much money, a $1,500 or $2,000 for an OPC of a Scopus journal, or wait for 6 months for review, or go for a journal which has less than 10% acceptance ratio, if you don't want to go that route, you can also select the right mid to high level journals. There are criteria for that. By doing that, suppose if you compare an effort, one very good paper and 4 mid-level paper, I think you get more citations for 4 mid-level paper. The reason for that is the one paper would cover only one topic, but the 4 mid-level paper would be long. If you write quality review paper, it will have at least 100 references. It would be a lot of pages. If you talk about single pages, maybe 30-40 pages. If you talk about 2-column pages, maybe 15-20 pages. And even though it's at a mid-level, but it's going to show up a lot on Google Scholar, all the other librarying facilities, Scilate, it's going to show on Index Copernicus, it's going to show on Semantic Scholar and all the places. So it's still going to get you citations, and you will have more because you did not go for super extra effort which a PhD person would do, but an effort good enough to go into a mid-high level journal. So the best way to get citation is write number 1 review paper, number 2 long paper, number 3 open access at a mid-high level journal. How many research paper and citations are needed? I would say for somebody working in industry, if you write 80% review paper and 20% research paper and go for mid to high level journal, no Scopus, no super expensive, you should go for 20 papers. And you should at least go for 100 citations. 100 citations would take time, at least a year. So it might take a little time. Otherwise, go for 50 citations and around 20-30 mid-level papers. If you do not go for premium processing, one strategy is you can apply and then apply for premium after 6 to 8 months. But those are different. That's a different topic. But my answer to this would be around 20 to 30 mid to high level papers. If you don't have time for Scopus ultra high quality paper, you can skip it, and I would say around 50 to 80 citation to start with, ideally 100 citation in a year, and in the mix of self citation you can have around 10 to 15% self citation, not more than that. And you have to do PR for your paper, which is you have to upload it everywhere, in ResearchGate, in academia, in PhilArchive, and different preprints. So we talk about different strategies to enhance your citation. For example, before you publish your paper at a mid-level journal, publish it in at least 3-4 preprint services so that it shows on Google search and all the indexing services. And then when you publish in a mid-level, you can declare that you have published in preprints and this is the final print that you are going to publish. A lot of mid-level journals, mid to high-level journals allow that. For example, and on the contrary, if you want to go for high quality journals which are indexed in Scopus and Web of Science, you can publish it in their preprint. For example, if you publish in MDPI preprints, you can then publish it in MDPI AI journal, which is a very high quality journal. So depending on the strategy, you have to increase the exposure to the paper. The best strategy is go for a few preprints and then for a mid to high level journal. So this was about publishing your research and getting organic citation.